Hey guys, Leanne Holitza here at the Healing Studio. Today I have a couple of things I'm using. I have borrowed a Gobi Desert agate from down in the crystal shop. Oh, agates are really good for soothing, kind of, especially the way it can help with hard times, help with stress, that kind of thing. And I'm using the Merlin spray from Amanda Ellis, which is Ascended Master Connections. Yeah. All right, you guys. Hopefully everybody's found me. I moved off of Facebook for a variety of reasons, but one of them being that they kept blocking me for whatever reasons. I don't know what their deal was with me. They labeled me as things that were not true. So I'm just gonna stick with the YouTube for now. You guys have pleased me. For those of you who are new, if you want to get a card reading, you just need to type me please in the comments and I will get to it. So let me just say hi to Stephanie R, Crystal G, Joe L. You guys are at the bottom of the list. Doesn't mean I'm not going to get to you because I definitely am. Just want you to know that I'm starting from the top. The thing about YouTube too is it lets you get on early. So some people woke up early and put their me pleases in. I do this pretty much every Sunday. And if you don't get to it, you can listen to it. It's listed as a podcast on my website. It's also listed on my YouTube channel. So yeah, so let's see. And sometimes I do a little clip onto Instagram and TikTok and stuff when I have time. I'm trying to think. I added a virtual coaching club on limiting beliefs that is scheduled to start in March. It's going to be in the mornings on Wednesday mornings. I'll teach you a little bit about how I think about beliefs and programs and then kind of help you work through some things. I've added another energy awareness 1 or self-healing 101 class that is starting in May. So that's another option for getting on your energy healing journey if you haven't already. Yeah, and we've always got our normal stuff, sound baths, and we're full tonight on the sound baths, more than full. But we have sound baths and we have Reiki share, Reiki master classes, group healings, you name it. And some of this stuff can be accessed virtually too. So, all right. Here's the first start of the reading. This is how I'm going to start us off. We're going to basically use the Yantra deck, which is my kind of main go-to deck. That is going to be our weekly reading, how we're going to start the week, what the focus for the week is, and then what the end of the week will be. Then we will build on it. And with your own personal reading, we'll do a 1, 2, 3 first. So if you're watching this later, the 1, 2, 3 is your ability to get a card. And if you're watching live, it's your first card. Okay. So here we go. Let's go. Okay. So patience sideways, starting off the week feeling a little impatient, feeling like there's something to do, feeling like there might be kind of a missed action item on our to-do list. That's kind of the feeling we're starting the week off with. Our helper focus is to be guided. Okay, so have some grace. Let the universe show you with synchronicities and openness. Where are you being led? Not where are you pushing yourself? Where are you trying to hammer yourself? But where are you being led? Okay. And then at the end of the week, creativity upside down. Okay, so this is basically saying at the end of the week, you're going to feel a little bit out of control of your own life, like it's out of your hands. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes the universe wants all the steering wheel, and it's temporary, right? I mean, just think about it. You normally are the instrument of your own life and your own creation. But at the end of this week, just surrender a little bit, okay? All right, now feel into the 1, 2, 3s. We're using the Energy Oracle deck today. All right, here we go. Ready? Just feel in. This is your first focus. Okay, which number is calling to you? If you picked 1, you are at indecision point. Remember I said that there's some needing to be a missed action item, feeling like you don't know what's going on. This card is basically saying you're having a hard time deciding. So maybe ask the universe for some hints, some symbols, okay? Okay, if you got 2, you might be looking into financial constraints, okay? This card is just saying check your budget. Don't overspend your energy. Notice that this is what's going on right now and that there might be a reason for it. What do you want to look into? And if you picked 3, you're working with 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Our intuition is our superpower right now. It tells us what's really true. It tells us which direction we want to go in, all those things. So give yourself a minute, if you picked 3, to really tune in to Archangel Metatron and just request help in seeing the truth. Okay? All right, let's get started. Again, me please in the comments. We'll get you a card. I will get to as many of us as you as I can. We have a half an hour together. So yeah, if I normally get to everybody, and if I don't, and I start to not to on a regular basis, I will extend this for longer, but we seem to be getting it done in a half an hour. If we see a card 3 times, by the way, it's for all of us, okay? And I am going to work with the reverse and the forward of this deck, so just FYI. So far, we're starting with the all uprights, but here we go. Okay, Denise, you are first. Your name's not going to pop up on the screen anymore because I'm not using that software, but I'm just going to say your first name and your last initial if I've got it, okay? Denise, upside down 3rd chakra. Okay, so this is basically talking about Archangel Chamuel's trying to help with some sort of 3rd chakra block. So boundaries, being able to be kind to yourself, use your mind for the right reasons. So be careful this week with your will, if you will, okay? All right, National Geographic. You are going into the week with the helper card of blossoming abundance. Wow. So if you pick the financial constraints card first, this is now saying, but there's some blossoming abundance happening. What have you planted? What seeds have you planted? What are you letting come to fruition? Okay. Jenny V. Ooh, envy upside down. Okay. So this is a caution, like don't be jealous of other people, don't compare yourself to the neighbors. You don't necessarily know what's really going on in their homes and what's really going on in people's lives, and it could keep you from your own journey, okay? So just be careful of the jealousy vibe this week. Courtney, seriously wonderful. Ooh, I put this back in and out it came again. Okay, so they're basically saying, let's talk about this a little bit more. What is it that you are kind of pining for that somebody else has, and how can you be kind of careful about that? But also be on the lookout when other people are also having that energy towards you, because it's not necessarily, kind of someone to be like, why do you get that? That kind of thing. But when it's upside down like this too, it's really asking for you to focus on your present gratitude, what you have now, what is yours that you've accumulated, or that, and kind of continue to release old programs around your lack mindset from childhood, that kind of stuff. Okay. Nicole and Addison. Nicole, indecision. If you pick this is the second time we've seen this, you guys. All right. Ask your guides for help this week. Okay. If you can't make a decision, lean into what your guides maybe want you to do. Ask for signs, throw it up, roll the dice, give yourself some sort of luck or chance to try to figure out what's really calling to you this week. Okay. Addison, you're going to be working with hostilities. Ooh, okay. Watch out there. That's going to be kind of where people are kind of, it's kind of the times right now. Everybody's a little on edge, a little bit extra. There's like a little bit of stuff going on with, us all trying to cooperate as a collective. So just kind of know you're going to be kind of want to watch out for that. And remember the guide card that we started with. That's our guidance for the week. Kara, Kai, and Tatiana. Okay. Door to value upside down for you, Kara. Okay, where are you losing money? Where's it flying out the door? When it's upside down, it's saying you don't have to let it do that. You can give yourself the opportunity to just kind of rein it in a little bit. Okay, so this week might be a week to do that. Kai, you are going to focus on the 6th chakra. Second time we've seen this. Okay, your intuition. You're trusting your heart. Trust your knowledge. Trust that you know more of what's going on than what the words are being spoken. Okay. Tatiana, you are going to be working on the garden gate and the gate. Now, this card is very much, the imagery is important as far as she has the key around her neck. She might be behind the gate. She may be feeling stuck behind the gate, but she has the key. So just notice that you have the key to unlock some joy and happiness this week and give yourself a chance to do that. Okay. Kimberly S. Oh, right side up, NB. All right. So this message is coming this week, you guys. I mean, this hasn't third time it's charmed us yet because it's been coming up upside down. But where are you feeling envious? Where are you feeling energy of envy back at you? Pay attention to how that energy might be in your life right now and how you might ask to be guided away from it. Okay. All right. Burnout proof leaders. You have brought us this Metatron again, but upside down. Okay, so in the reverse, what could this possibly mean? I mean, it's basically could be that you're trying too hard with your intuition, you're trying to know too much, and it's basically saying to you that you the sense of direction has already been kind of decided right now. You don't need to know anything else. It's also when it's upside down, it's about self-criticism and the habits of worry or doubt. So just be on the lookout for that this week, okay? Elizabeth R. You are working with anxiety. Ooh, okay. So this week, feeling a little anxious. You guys, the energy of anxiety metaphysically is too far forward, trying to predict stuff you can't predict, trying to be too far ahead with things. And this might also be calling to deal with other people's anxiety. I know that I have a couple of anxious people that I am close to, and they tend to want to get me to go in on it with them. Like, let's get anxious. Let's get anxious. Something unpredictable is happening. Something that's predictable. Let's talk about it. Let's be anxious about it. And, sometimes it's just about you say no to that other person's anxiety. Okay. Taryn, E, and Vivian. Victory for you, Taryn. Woohoo. That's nice. Basically, what you put out there is wanting to come to fruition. Start to affirm that it's arriving. Start to see it arrive. Be sure to not speak into, well, if and whens, but instead right nows. Vivian, you've got the temple path. You guys are going to have a good week, it looks like. Okay. So you're on the right track. You're following your soul contracts right now. Let yourselves really trust what's unfolding. Okay. Blossoming Lotus and Shannon. Blossoming Lotus, big picture. Zoom out. The world there's always part of the world in darkness, always, right? Because there's always, part of it's in the sun and some of it's not. Which parts are you looking at and why? Okay, give yourself a little chance to zoom out this week. Shannon, you're on a journey. Your bags are packed. You're just waiting for the vehicle to arrive. Okay, so this week, just give yourself a chance. When we're on a journey, sometimes we're in the in-between, and being in the in-between can be so uncomfortable. But remember the guidance card. Just ask your guides to keep lighting the way. Diane S. Second times for this. Victory, victory, victory. Here we go. We're going to have a good week where things are accomplished, where you're able to say, what I decided to be true is what I'm allowing to be true this week. Yay. Tiff W. Oh, you got hostilities upside down. You don't have to play. You don't have to play in the hostile land. You don't have to play with the people who want to start fights. It doesn't have to be a takeover. It could be a gentle moving away from the things that aren't working, if that makes sense. Okay. Kalina. Kalina K. Working with... Ooh, you got some caring connections coming. Single relationships. This is obviously a traditional couple picture, but it doesn't have to necessarily be traditional connection. It can just be one other person showing up in your life to really support you and see you and just hold you. It doesn't have to be complicated. Okay. Heidi M. You are on a journey as well. Second time we've seen this. The bags are packed. You're just waiting for the ride. It's going to be a middle ground for a minute. The bags are packed. The car hasn't arrived. The bags are packed, but they're not on the conveyor belt yet. It's okay to be in the in-between, knowing that you're headed somewhere else. Okay. Cynthia, this week for you, you're working with alchemy or attachment, but upside down. So let's see, she's got a mask on. You're trying to release the attachments that you have to who you think you are this week. You're trying to give yourself the the energy of being authentic and not really caring what people think. Okay, not being attached to how they respond. By the way, if you're joining me and you're watching, thanks for joining and watching. If you haven't done this before, you just have to type me please in the comments and I will get to you. Crystal, to your comment, it's the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. And I probably have them for sale at the Healing Studio if you like them. And I do ship things out. And if I don't have them, Katie might have them in the crystal shop. So, all right. Back at it here. All right, we got Tanya. Tanya B. Hostility. Okay, third time's a charm for this one. So this is for us, you guys. I'm going to pull the book out for us. So the book says, the card reversed marks the end of hostilities for you. There's a shift in the energies around, even about you. And the universe is supporting your own internal shift as well. Whether aggressive action has ended due to external factors or your own interventions, this card bodes well for more peace and harmony. Ooh, we could use that, right? Okay. Be aware, however, that there will still be some action you have to take. That's what I was getting from the guides about this. And it may seem that the surface of things to slowly get better. This card encourages you to let you know that the inner vibrations are changing and the situation will be resolved. Okay, so cool. Hostilities will be resolved this week. That's good news. Thanks for making that a third time a charm. Robin, Austin, and Chris. Robin. Upside down, the garden and the gate. Okay, so it may not be time for you to exit into the garden right now, but you do have the key to get there. And it's just a matter of this week maybe taking a pause and making sure that before you leave, that you have everything you want from what's happening right now. Okay? Austin, you are working with a woman holding a coin. All right, this is often about another person helping you out financially, particularly a feminine energy. Just noticing that might be something you want to look for this week, okay? All right, and Chris, you want to strategize this week. It's a good week to put your mind on what is the long-term plan, the short-term plan, the long-term plan, and then, why. Why do you want those things? Giving yourself a chance to say that to yourself. All right, Kelly and Matthew. Kelly, you got a woman holding heart. Okay, so this is going to be the energy not of money, but of love and other from a feminine source. Could be your own femininity, but it's just basically saying somebody's really going to have your heart this week and really want to hold you in love. Okay, Matthew, your focus for the week is yin and yang upside down. What I'm hearing right away from your guides is what are you doing too much of and not enough of? And how can you put yourself back in balance with there? Yin and yang is all about balance, okay? So when it's upside down, it's like check where you're out of balance. Janelle and Donnie. Janelle, broken heart. Oh, no. Okay, well, here's a chance to mend it. Here's a chance to learn from it. It's a chance to see where has your heart been broken and why has it been broken and how can you kind of tend to it so it can have some healing, okay? Donnie, oh, you're bringing hostilities back, but right side up. So this is the 5th time we've seen this card, twice right side up. Okay, so this is checking you also into your own hostile energies. Where are you being hostile? Where are you kind of aggressing in a way that doesn't serve the situation? It just makes everybody defensive, okay? Janice, you got the man thinking, but it's upside down, or the thinking man. He's examining things, right? Well, this is somebody else outside of you helping you solve problems, but maybe not looking closely enough when it's upside down, or you haven't let them tell you what they think. Maybe give a chance to, pause and see what men around you are helping you think through things. Lean into that for the week and see what happens. Sam, yin and yang upside down. 2nd time we've seen this like this. This is basically saying to you and Matthew that something might be amiss, something might be out of balance. You might be trying too hard to do something and give yourself a chance to let that adjust. Christy, Kira, and Finn. Christy, you're working with financial constraints this week. So 2nd time we've seen this card, you guys. This is basically just kind of accept where you are, accept the situation, and then go forward with the appropriate action of, when you are feeling tight. There's a lot of cobwebs in that card too. It might make you have to revisit places that you haven't visited of value and worth. Okay. Kira, you've got adjacent possibilities upside down. There may seem like there's only one way to go right now. Give yourself a chance to notice that that's not necessarily true. And sometimes it's just because, remember, we got that kind of pause and be guided card. So it may be that you're not the one deciding. Maybe the universe wants to give you a different direction. Okay. Finn, you are working with the first chakra, Archangel Michael. So this card is very much talking to us about just solid grounding, safety, security, affirming that I'm all the way in my body this week. Okay, so really be solid in the self. Kimberly and Juan Carlos. Kimberly, you're getting 2 cards that want to come out. Angel of Balance upside down. So basically saying, check in. Why are you out of balance? Why aren't you asking? And you got the Angel of Love right side up. 2 angels offering you some assistance to see where something might be out of balance and how can you act out of love, especially with angelic assistance. Angels have to be asked. So remember, tell them that you would like their help. Remember the guidance card. Juan Carlos, you are going to be working with deceit. Ooh, okay. So be careful this week to where you or somebody around you might be using some trickery to kind of get something done, and just kind of have a better heads up about that this week. Okay. Because that's not necessarily helpful energy, of course. Carrie, Magician in the Mirror. We are not getting a lot of repeats this week, which is interesting, right? So, but here you've got magic, you got fire, you got air, you got all the things. You are the one with the magical energy. So give yourself a chance to really recognize that, okay? Sometimes we forget. All right. Lisa C. Man holding coin. Okay, so some assistance from a masculine source around finances this week, and also leaning into maybe the past masculine energy that helped you get to where you are, and maybe a little extra gratitude for that. Okay. All right. Sonia F., you are working with the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. Okay, so really giving yourself the awareness of a higher power, a higher truth, your soul contracts, why you might have come here to do these things, and just really give yourself more of a big picture spiritual energy today, okay, or this week. Joe L., you got 5th chakra upside down, Archangel Gabriel. Something going on with feeling blocked in your emotional energy, or your communication energy, not feeling heard or needing to be heard in a different way. It would be really good to focus on what's been holding you back and how you can kind of shift that a little bit. Crystal, Genevieve, Isabel, and Chris. Okay, Crystal, you are bringing yin and yang to us for the 3rd time's a charm. Pulling up the book, you guys. Here we go. So this is for all of us. It's upside down. This card reverse means yang cycle, which is one of active, outgoing energy. This is a time that calls for more logical approach to things, but that logic needs to be applied in a purposeful action. The cycle is often marked by creativity and new beginnings, sometimes with significant outer change. Let yourself apply the forceful energy to the task at hand and take advantage of this highly charged yang time. Affirmation is, I'm open to understanding the cycle I am in, and I'm willing to utilize its energy beneficially. All that I need is already part of me. Okay, thanks for bringing the 3rd time's a charm there. That's for all of us. Genevieve, you're going to be focused this week on, I shuffled it and threw it back in. You also are going to be working on this powerful time of big change, allowing you to come to a space where you don't have to you don't have to work so hard to take action, because they're saying it's a yang energy. Although I am saying like balance, right? If it's upside down, there's something out of balance that's wanting us to do something different. Isabel, you got attachments upside down. Okay, so this has come up twice now. This is talking about being a little more authentically yourself, taking off the masks. Don't try to manipulate relationships by being what you think they want you to be. Just be you. And if they don't like you, then you just go, okay, well, we're not for each other. I'll move on. Okay. Chris, Your focus this week is deceit upside down. Okay. So basically, looking for how the energy of deceit might be draining a situation, whether it be your deceit or the deceit of someone around you. Just kind of being really careful with how that might be playing a role in a way that you didn't intend. Okay. So pay attention to deceit. Stephanie R., you've got appreciation upside down. Okay. So this card is talking about, she's like in a rose bush brambles and she's appreciating the flowers, but there's lots of thorns. So just kind of take a minute this week to notice where you really can get distracted and heavy with looking into the negativity of things, and know that you must have the rose to have or must have the thorn to have the rose. So just give yourself some gratitude and just handle the situation gently. Okay. Eli K., if you guys are just joining and you want a card, you just need to type in "me please" to the comment section. Eli, you have brought us a third time's a charm and decision. Okay. This card is now for all of us, because when it comes up this many times, it's for all of us. I'm going to pull up the book just because I've already done the reading on my words. The card makes the presence of two or more possible choices in your life. It shows you anxiously looking towards two roads, wondering which would be the better choice. Yet you are standing still, feeling confused by the up and down emotions of your present indecision. You could spend days, months, or even years in this back and forth energy, all feeling your focus of the life force draining away. The indecision creates a paralysis of will, one that can keep you stuck, waiting to be certain about the results of your choice. It's time to let go of the analysis and self-doubt that you've been keeping you stuck. Meditate on your options and see where your spirit guides you. That's what the spirit guides this week, you guys. Consider which reactions resonate with you most, both the process and the goal. Follow your heart and make honoring choices. Okay, so this is a message for all of us because it's came 3 times now. I'll go back over the 3 times the charm, like all the things for this week at the end. But Eli, just kind of pay attention to what decisions maybe could be being made, but also ask your spirit guides for signs. All right, if you're just joining me, hi, thanks for joining. We're almost to the end, but if you want to type "me please" in the comments, I will get you a card. Cameron M., I am coming to you now. Ooh, blossoming abundance for you. Woohoo. Okay, so whatever plants or seeds you planted, you are working on letting them really grow into fruition, and that's amazing. So give yourself a pat on the back and let those things come. And then when they do come, be very grateful. All right, card for my husband, as I always do. Oh, journey upside down. Didn't come 3 times the charm right side up, but the journey is coming. The bags are packed, but this week it may not be time to take the next steps. You might have to wait and see how that shows itself. Yeah. All right. We have a couple minutes left. If you want a card, type "me please." I'm going to summarize where we are at for the week, based on the cards that we've been pulling over and over. Okay. So we got this card of yin and yang in the upside down. Yang time, take action. Now's the time to let yourself do it. Hostilities upside down, telling us that it's okay to be in a peaceful state where we can allow ourselves to let the conflict end. But there might be a couple of things we need to clean up, especially if we've been battling for a long time. We might have to be giving ourselves a chance to clean up the battle. And then we've got indecision. And well, it was right side up actually, indecision about how we are holding back. The guidance has been to give yourself an opportunity to be pushed forward by the guides, ask the guides for signs, and kind of surrender the control this week. Okay. You're not really meant to be all by yourself all the time doing these things just because, that's not what it's about. So, all right. Well, we're hanging out here for just a minute longer. I will be back on here. Hopefully YouTube is working out for you guys. Like I said, I'm going to put these things up in other places, but just having a little bit of a breakup with other platforms for various reasons. And nothing, that really needs to be discussed or declared. I'm just not working out for me to do that. Yeah, and I think that it's the middle of February when we're recording this, and hopefully that peaceful message really does get kind of collectively resonant, because that seems like it's something that we really need right now. I do know that the Light Council has been saying accept, 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 accept. And I mean, I think it's just we have to start with where we are and we can't pretend we're somewhere else, right? So makes sense. All right, you guys, I have a new blog coming out this week that you might like. Yeah, group healings are coming up. I'll try to do a couple clips about other things too. Go be amazing.